the day the research paper is due. I was hoping to have your exams back today, but the situation was that I went away for the weekend and I was supposed to get in yesterday at 5, and I expected to fully complete all the exams by midnight or so, which is the time that I usually go to bed. But my flight was delayed, and I ended up not getting in until 1 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, I'll do my best to have them finished by the next time we meet. Okay, in the last class, we started talking about useful plant fibers. In particular, we talked about cotton fibers, which we said were very useful not only in the textile industry, but also in the chemical industry and in the production of many products, such as plastics, paper, explosives, and so on. Today we'll continue talking about useful fibers, and we'll begin with a fiber that's commonly known as manila hemp. Now, for some strange reason, many people believe that manila hemp is a hemp plant, but manila hemp is not really hemp. It's actually a member of the banana family. It even bears little banana-shaped fruits. The Manila part of the name makes sense because Manila hemp is produced chiefly in the Philippine Islands, and of course, the capital city of the Philippines is Manila. Now, as fibers go, Manila hemp fibers are very long. They can easily be several feet in length, and they're also very strong, very flexible. They have one more characteristic that's very important, and that is that they are exceptionally resistant to salt water. And this combination of characteristics, long, strong, flexible, resistant to salt water, makes manila hemp a great material for ropes, especially for ropes that are going to be used on ocean-going ships. In fact, by the early 1940s, even though steel cables were available, most ships in the United States Navy were not moored with steel cables. They were moored with manila hemp ropes. Now, why was that? Well, the main reason was that steel cables degrade very, very quickly in contact with salt water. If you've ever been to San Francisco, you know that the Golden Gate Bridge is red. And it's red because of the zinc paint that goes on those stainless steel cables. That if they start at one end of the bridge and they work to the other end, by the time they finish, it's already time to go back and start painting the beginning of the bridge again. Because the bridge was built with steel cables, and steel cables can't take the salt air unless they're treated repeatedly with a zinc-based paint. On the other hand, plant products like manila hemp, you can drive through the ocean for weeks on end. If you want to tie your anchor to it and drop it right into the ocean, that's no problem, because plant fibers can stand up for months, even years, in direct contact with salt water. Okay, so how do you take plant fibers that individually you could break with your hands and turn them into a rope that's strong enough to moor a ship that weighs thousands of tons? Well, what you do is extract these long fibers from the manila hemp plant, and then you take several of these fibers and you group them into a bundle, because by grouping the fibers you greatly increase their breaking strength. That bundle of fibers is much stronger than any of the individual fibers that compose it. And then you take that bundle of fibers and you twist it a little bit, because by twisting it, you increase its breaking strength even more. And then you take several of these little bundles and you group and twist them into bigger bundles, which you then group and twist into even bigger bundles, and so on, until eventually you end up with a very, very strong rope.
What aspect of manila hemp fibers does the professor mainly discuss in the lecture? Why does the professor mention going away for the weekend? What does the professor imply about the name manila hemp? Why does the professor mention the Golden Gate Bridge? According to the professor, what was the main reason that many ships used manila hemp ropes instead of steel cables? According to the lecture, what are 2 ways to increase the strength of rope made from manila hemp fibers?
In this part, you will listen to 1 conversation and 2 lectures. You must answer each question. After you answer, click on Next. Then click on OK to confirm your answer and go on to the next question. After you click on OK, you cannot return to previous questions. If you are using the untimed mode, you may return to previous questions. You will now begin this part of the listening section. In an actual test, you will have 10 minutes to answer the questions. Click on Continue to go on.
Conversation between 2 students. They are both studying to be English teachers.
Did you register already for your classes next semester?
Yes, I did.
What are you taking?
Contemporary literature, English style, a teaching seminar, and I still have to do my student teaching. I'm going to help teach a writing class at the junior high.
That's a heavy schedule.
Yeah, it'll be really busy. And I'm also taking a theory class. I'm going to have to quit my job in a couple of weeks because it'll be just too much.
Where do you work at?
Buster's coffee shop, but just till the end of the month. What are you doing next semester?
Actually, a teaching seminar too. And I'll have to start writing my thesis. You know, I'm also going for my master's degree.
So you're not writing any poetry, I imagine.
No, I was actually thinking about revising some of my poems and sending them into places for publication.
Cool, you should. Did you hear about that new poetry club? The Poetry Kitchen?
Yeah, no time.
It's fun. It's Sunday night. You don't do anything Sunday nights.
I do homework Sunday nights.
Well, it's only from 7 to 9.
Is it every Sunday?
Last Sunday of every month. I don't know about this month because it's probably a little too close to Thanksgiving, so they might move it up. I don't know what they're going to do, but it's a good time. It's fun. Some really impressive readings.
Who? From our class?
Some people from our class are reading. A lot of them go, sometimes even the professor.
Really? I don't know if I'd want to read in front of her.
You wouldn't have to read. You can just watch. I just watched the first time. But it's a good environment to read in. I think anyway.
I'd probably have to write something new. So maybe during the summer. I just can't now.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the same just reading old stuff. Are you going to do summer school?
Definitely. Otherwise, I'll be short 6 credits. I have no choice.
Yeah, me too. This is the second summer I'll have to take classes. Gotta go now. My Shakespeare class starts in 20 minutes.
What are the students mainly discussing? What does the man plan to do at the end of the month? Why does the man talk to the woman about the poetry kitchen? What is the woman's attitude toward participating in the poetry club? What will the students do in the summer? Listen to part of a lecture in a philosophy class.
Okay, another ancient Greek philosopher we need to discuss is Aristotle. Aristotle's ethical theory. What Aristotle's ethical theory is all about is this. He's trying to show you how to be happy, what true happiness is.